What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? We're on day 17 of quarantine quiet time. Also, I just want you guys to know that I've probably done this video like lots of times, 7-8 times now. I just keep redoing it because I keep messing up, saying the wrong words. So hopefully this one is good. Hopefully I don't have to do it a ninth time. It's only like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I don't know how I keep messing up, but let's hope this one is the last one. So we're in Exodus 2020, day 17, and I'm just gonna get right into it. So Moses said to the people, "Do not be afraid. God has come to test you, so that the fear of God will be with you to keep you from sinning." So if you guys haven't caught the theme, day 15, 16, and 17 have all been about why we shouldn't be afraid. Why God tells us all throughout the Bible that we shouldn't be afraid, that we should lean on Him for all the things that we need to be our stronghold whenever we need something, whenever we want to cast our anxieties or our being afraid or our fears on Him. He asks us to do that. That's something that He is 100% willing to do, and that's something that He wants us to do. And so 17 is saying the exact same thing. Moses says, "Do not be afraid," first of all. But he also says, fear God, fear me. And that's something that can be confusing for sure. I was definitely confused early on in life when I first heard this. I thought God tells us to not be afraid because he's with us. But also in this verse, he tells us to fear the Lord. And first I was like, that doesn't make any sense. That's kind of like counterintuitive. How can we not be afraid of anything, but also fear God? And the thing that I kind of want to explain to you guys is that he doesn't tell, he kind of means it in a confidence way, that we should trust that God is all powerful, that he can do anything he wants, and that we oftentimes we as humans, we can't even fathom how much power he has and what he can do. Only him and Jesus can really understand everything that he does and why he does things. And so that's one thing that I kind of want to talk about. 1 second here. That once we realize that how powerful God is, then we can trust that he can take all our fears away, and that we shouldn't be afraid of anything that's in this world, or anything that we experience. Like when we experience fear on maybe a day-to-day basis, God wants us to take those fears to him and to trust him, so that we shouldn't be afraid of things that he can control, that we can't control, but he can, since he's all powerful. And so it's kind of that understanding that we should be fearful of how powerful he is, and because of that he's God, that he can do anything, that we should have trust in him and confidence that he can take away our fears, and that we shouldn't be afraid of things that are in this world or of this world, because we have him to be our stronghold. Once again, going back to day 15, that God is our rock, that we can always and should always go to him for things that we want to get off our chest, all our fears, anxieties, all the stress. And so that's kind of the main point I put down, is that once we trust and realize how powerful he is, then we can have confidence and have peace, honestly, that he can do the things that he said that he's going to do, like raise his son from the dead, that Jesus died and then resurrected from the dead, That's something that no one else has ever done. And so that's really the main point that this is trying to say. And I think it's kind of like a 3-part thing. Day 15, 16, and 17 are kind of leading up to why we shouldn't fear things of this world, but why we should fear God. But also, God tells us that He's the most loving, and that we can have both in God. We can fear Him for how powerful He is, and trust that He is going to do things for us that we can't do ourselves, and to love Him for that same fact that He's all powerful, and that He is the one that brings us love in the first place, that gives us love in our hearts in the first place. That love comes from Him. So that's the thing that I really just wanted to make known. And so, yeah, hopefully you guys liked these 3 days. I think I got through this video, so I don't have to make another one. So, thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Peace out.